Hey guys, welcome back to another what I eat in a day video, showing you everything that I eat in a day. I'm not doing any particular diet, cutting out any particular food groups, just trying to stay in a calorie deficit. I use my MyFitnessPal to track my calories, and I do that by portion control. So I still try to eat the things that I want to eat, but in smaller and smarter portions. It's not going to be like the most healthy food ever. I do try to get my nutrients in. Some days are more nutrient dense than others. Some days I'm just trying to like not overeat a bunch of food, because if it was up to me, I could eat all day. And especially where I work from home, that was when I put on all my weight, because I had an all access pass to my fridge. So really trying to make a change and teach myself how to eat better, as opposed to like losing a bunch of weight really quickly in an extreme way and then I'm just back where I started after I stopped that particular diet. So I feel like I've made good changes over the past year and a half, 2 years that I've been doing this. I maybe haven't lost weight as fast as other people, but I've kept it off, and I feel like I know better than I did 2 years ago, but I still definitely struggle. I've been struggling a lot lately, just been kind of eating like crazy. So trying to get back on track, and doing these videos definitely helps put me back in line. So it is almost 12 o'clock now. I am ready for lunch. I did have a David's tea about an hour and a half ago because I was feeling kind of snacky. I had some water. I've been trying to drink water in the morning. Normally I don't start drinking water till 12 because I don't know, I don't like it. And I had a espresso with a splash of almond milk, but now it is time for some pizza. So as I mentioned, it is pizza time. Today I'm doing it on a naan bread. I have a whole video on low calorie pizza option. It's only like 350 calories, so I'll link to that down below if you're looking for something a little bit lighter. I wanted to do it on naan just because it's a little bit more substantial. There's definitely lighter naans out there, but this is just the one I ordered. It's 270 calories each per naan. And something I want to say is, like, people will pick apart your diet choices to no end, so do what works for you. Because I know every time I talk about something, I was like, oh, well, you can do this, it's lighter, or you can do this, and da-da-da. And sometimes it's very helpful, but sometimes it's just like, people, like, I know in one of my last What I Eat in a Day, someone's like, oh my god, you used white flour, you should use like almond flour. I'm like, no, it costs $1 million and I'm fine to use white flour. Like, I'm making my own bagels at home. Let me live. It's better than the other bagels, and maybe down the road I'll use almond flour, unlikely. But there's always going to be technically a better option. Just do what works for you, do what's available to you. Small changes add up, and then you can eventually build on that. So anyways, that's the naan I have. I have this Pillars topping pepperoni. I probably wouldn't necessarily buy this again because it's really thick. So I'd rather have like a thinner pepperoni because you get a little bit more coverage. It works for the size pizza that I have. Then I put on some of this pizza squeeze. Obviously not the highest quality, but that's what I have. Some canned pineapple, because pineapple belongs on pizza. And I have this light but old cheddar because it's going to be a little stronger in flavor, and some chili flakes. So that is what I'm having for lunch, and I'm going to put it in good old air fryer. I love it so much. I'll link it down below. For 5 minutes, that's all it takes. And then I'm also going to have some carrots on the side. And again, another, to speak to people always judging you, I remember one time someone was like, oh, you should use the carrots that have dirt on them, not baby carrots. Like, that's what Dr. Oz said. And I'm like, well, first of all, he got sued for being a liar, but second of all, you know, if I'm eating baby carrots, let me eat baby carrots. Should I go like pick my own carrots from my garden? Would that be better? Yeah, but like, am I gonna do that? No. So let me eat my baby carrots in peace. So I'm gonna put some carrots on the side to have some vegetables. This is gonna go in the air fryer, and I'll show it to you when it's out. Here's the finished product. Like I said, 5 minutes in the air fryer at 400, and I'm gonna put some baby carrots on the side. I'm pretty pumped for this. Time for a snack. It is about 2 o'clock. As I mentioned in one of my last What I Eat in a Days, I've been trying not to eat something sweet directly after lunch. I got into that habit. I've been trying to break it, and I'm trying to just like not eat directly after lunch. Like, I have a really bad habit of eating lunch and then it's like 12:20 and I want to keep eating, so I'm really trying to break that habit. So here I have nectarines, apples, and a banana with a little cinnamon on top. I'm generally not a banana apple girl, but we have a surplus of bananas, and I went apple picking yesterday. It was like the sweetest fall thing I've ever done. So I have that plus nectarine, which is my favorite fruit, and a little cinnamon to make it a little bit more exciting. Sometimes I'll put even some light whipped cream on here, like 20 calories of that, but again, trying to cut back out on all of that kind of stuff, so I'm going to have this. And I always find having a mixture of fruits in a bowl is more satisfying than sitting down and eating just like an apple. So yeah, gonna have this as a snack. So I just woke up from a nap, and this may sound bad, but napping is a great way to take yourself out of the food game. I'm about to get my period soon, and my appetite goes way up, and my lethargy or my tiredness goes way up as well. So luckily I had the ability to take a little nap today, and I find not only when I nap do I not have the ability to eat, which sounds ridiculous, but truly, like, I'm a crazy overeater. If you are as well, you'll understand. If you just like to eat like a normal person, you won't get it. But also when I wake up from a nap, I'm not as hungry. So sometimes I honestly just take myself out of the game. Like, I get so stressed about food sometimes. I just go so back and forth in my kind of like struggle to get my act back together. So sometimes if you have the ability to take a nap, do it. Because first of all, it feels good. And second of all, you're not eating as much. Because like I said, I can eat all day. So I'll show you what I'm having for a snack. It's actually very, very good. This is the Skotadakis French onion Greek yogurt dip. I found this at kind of a fancy grocery store here in Toronto. It's French onion. It's not like, it's a little bit snazzier than like the French onion Philadelphia chip dip, but like that plus like Ruffles chips, oh my god, that was what made me put on a lot of weight back in the day. I would like secretly eat those chips and dip. It's bad. It's a whole other story. So I'm trying to make my own version. I've got a russet potato here and a mandolin. I think I've got this at Winners or Marshalls or something. I'm gonna put it on the second setting. I tried to do the really thin chips in the air fryer and it didn't work out as well. You can do really thin, incredibly crispy, really potato chippy chips in the microwave. I'll link to that What I Eat in a Day down below. Today I'm going to do them a little bit thicker and in the air fryer, so I'm going to put it on the second setting. And I put them in the air fryer for about 12 to 15 minutes with a little bit of spray oil and salt. And then I'm going to dip them in this French onion dip. It's 50 calories a serving, and it has a little bit more protein and is a little bit lighter because of the Greek yogurt. So there's 3.5 grams of fat, a little bit of saturated fat, 3 grams of protein. I mean, I'm not eating it as like a healthy thing, but yeah, so I'm going to get to work on this potato here. So here is the finished product. They aren't as crispy and thin like I mentioned as the microwave chips, but they are 1,000 times less labor intensive. The less chips you put in the air fryer, the better, depending on the size of your air fryer. I kind of put in more than I normally do and layered them. So I ended up taking out a couple that ended up getting cooked before the other ones, allowing the ones on the bottom to cook. And I did it in, not like batches, but I let it cook for 7 minutes on 400. Then I took out a couple cooked ones and I put it back in for like another 5, checked on them again, kind of shook them up, and then put it back in for like another 3. So, and I was like, you know, sitting down, working in between, so that way, unlike the microwave chips, it still takes a little bit of work, but it's pretty easy, and some of them aren't like that crispy, but some of them are super crispy, and they still taste really good. I salted them before and after, and then I have my little dip here as well. So, a little bit of chips and dip. I'm also going to have a Coke Zero. I thought I had to show you the Diet Ginger Ale mini cans. You can get those from Loblaws, Superstore, Dominion, depending on where you live. That has been what I've been like obsessed with lately because I love ginger ale. And I like buying the mini cans over like a 2-liter or the big can just because it's a better size. It's a smaller amount. It's kind of the amount that I'm used to drinking now, like a big full can of soda or pop or whatever. Feels quite large now, but yeah, so they have mini cans of Diet Ginger Ale if you're a fan of that at Loblaws, but I'm all out, so I'm going to have a Coke Zero. So it is time for dinner. This is something kind of similar to what I did in another What I Eat in a Day, like a stuffed chicken breast. I bought these like slices of chicken breast thinking they'd be really, really thin, but they weren't. It was essentially just a cut up chicken breast. I got totally scammed. I didn't realize. So I had to pound them out a little bit to make them thinner to do what I want to do. So I just used my lemon squeezer because I don't have like a meat pounder. So the plan, I don't know how if this is going to work, is to bread these in, I have a combo of panko and breadcrumbs, and then stuff them, or I was going to kind of, the cats are fighting here, so just my apologies. It is wilted spinach with garlic and a little bit of light cream cheese, salt, and pepper in here. So I kind of wanted to roll it up and toss it in the air fryer. I don't know if that's gonna work, but I'm gonna try and assemble something now and see what happens. So here are the little roll-ups. They look really good. I just got the idea to do like a jalapeno popper one and do like jalapenos inside and cream cheese, but this looks good too. I'm gonna have maybe this kind of bigger one here that I took to see if it was cooked, and a smaller one. I'll leave the other 3 and eat those tomorrow, reheat them. And now, like I did in another what I ate today, I'm just gonna pop these in the air fryer for a few minutes while my tri-colored pearl couscous is cooking. And I'm gonna roast these. Vegetables roast so well in the air fryer as well. I know all my what I ate in a day videos are like a big air fryer ad. I bought this myself, but I cannot tell you how much I love it. So here's the finished product. I have my little chicken rolls here. I've got my tri-colored couscous. I put in a little lemon juice, salt, pepper, garlic salt, chili flakes, and some feta on top. And my roasted peppers here that were in the air fryer for about 6 minutes. And then I have chicken for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna have this for lunch because I'm going out to dinner tomorrow night. And then I made another serving of the couscous. I find even if you're not into like meal prepping, if you just want to like cook a little extra dinner or like cook some couscous or cook a little extra chicken or something, it's good to have that just in case something comes up. And I mentioned in a recent vlog, I showed like a pasta salad that I made with the couscous, and I ended up not loving it that much because I put too many vegetables in it. I was like overestimating it, so that's why I put my vegetables on the side this time. I really love these roasted peppers, and then I get to have my feta and couscous. I've been obsessed with feta lately. This is a light feta, 25% lighter. So yeah, that is my dinner. Pretty pumped. So I'm ending my day with a good old ice cream sandwich. I've become obsessed with them as of lately. They really remind me of like grade 3, I think was when I really remember eating a lot of ice cream sandwiches. The Nestle Parlor brand are by far the best ones. I tried to cheap out and bought a club pack of the no-name brands, like 24 ice cream sandwiches, and they're not as good and they're more calories, which is so annoying. The Parlor ones are 140 each. I think the no-name ones are 160 or 170, so not a huge difference, but like they're not as good, so that's annoying. And then I just got in a well.ca order, so I could not help myself but try one of the Smart Sweets peach rings. I've tried Smart Sweets before. They're like a high fiber, low sugar candy, and I've liked pretty much everything I've tried from them. I did not like the sour ones, but I was dying to try the peach rings because I freaking love real peach rings. Sorry, I'm trying to close this container. They're really good. They're only 80 calories in a package, but there's like a crap ton of fiber in them, which is good because sometimes I have trouble getting my fiber in, but also I wouldn't necessarily recommend eating an entire bag. Like that's a lot of fiber for one sitting, but also it's probably still better than eating a whole bag of peach rings, I guess. But anyways, I had one of those and I was pretty impressed with how good it was from well.ca. So anyways, ice cream sandwich to end the night. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can I forgot. I was gonna say you can end me. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.